Samir Nasri has been signed by West Ham. He's obviously serving a drugs ban, which expires at midnight tonight. It's a controversial drugs ban to do with an intravenous drip, to do with dehydration. There was some kind of substance that was in that intravenous drip that was under the wider banning, so he took a drugs ban. It's controversial. It happened while he was playing out in Turkey. But here's the interesting thing about Sami Nasri. Taking that drugs ban aside, he was a key part of Man City's titles under Mancini and Pellegrini. He was also part of Arsenal under Wenger towards the end of Wenger's reign. So he's been playing in the Premier League before. He's got a lot of experience. He is now 31, so his age may start counting against him somewhat. However, I think he will bring a bit more dynamism to the middle of the park for West Ham. It'll be another sort of threat. The issue I would have with Nasri is how match fit is he? Now, obviously, we're assuming he's kept himself fit over the last 18 months, and a lot of players go through long injury spells for long periods of time. So I'm assuming Nasri and would have treated this like a long injury layoff and kept himself fit. It's the match fitness that's going to be the key issue for West Ham. How he's eligible to play from tomorrow. As soon as midnight comes, he's eligible to be named in a West Ham squad, to be named in a training squad. He's eligible to be fully participating in West Ham. Pellegrini obviously knows him from his time at Man City, which is great. So it's a manager who knows a player. That's a good relationship they already have. I'm assuming they had a good relationship with Man City, otherwise Pellegrini wouldn't have signed him. It's all about the match fitness, but I do think it brings extra dynamism to West Ham's attack and midfield. I think it brings another option for West Ham. West Ham have had a stuttering season. Let's just say that. It was a slow start. There were some issues with goal scoring and defending. Bringing Nasri in, that could help with some creativity, a different threat that defenders would have to work out. He can go and fill in that midfield. He can play in the midfield. He can play out wide. He's a very versatile player. While he's not a star player, he's a very experienced player with winners' medals. He's been around some big clubs in the Premier League. He's been around winners at Man City. I think he was involved in at least one of the FA Cup triumphs, I believe, at Arsenal. So he's been around trophy-winning teams. He's an exceptionally talented player. Also, West Ham have the option at the end of the season to extend his contract post the end of this season. And his age, okay, he's 31. You may get a couple more good years out of Nasri at this level. But he plays football with a smile on his face. He's an exceptionally talented player. He does bring other players into play. He gives that other option. And West Ham, as I said in the last video, they're not that far off the top six, if you think about it. Yes, it's very congested where West Ham are on the table from 7th to 13th, 14th. There's only a couple of points separating a whole host of teams. One or two wins here or there. Hey, they're on the verge of Europe. So adding him to the side can only benefit them. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Place your comments below. And I'll have some more videos for you soon.